tells him, okay, there's between you, there's you and the Jordan River, then there's Canaan. He says, yo, the only way you're going to get through the Jordan is if my presence go before you. Yeah. So he says, Ark of the Covenant, come here. This is what I need you to do. I need you to carry the ark in front of the children of Israel. And when you get to the Jordan, all I need you to do is step in it. Okay, I don't have time to deal with all of that. But so Joshua issues an announcement to all the people. He says, hey, he's about to take us over the Jordan. They're already tripping because remember, their ancestors seen.
Yeah.
Man, I'm preaching. They seen with Moses that he parted the Red Sea. But they weren't there. This is a new generation. So new generations, they don't have no context or no concept of how good God has been or what he has done. All they see is what's in front of them. And so I can imagine Joshua being like, yo, I was a little dude when this happened. And I'm actually crunk because I seen this pop off. I seen this go down. And so he said, this is what I want you to do. Nobody move. Nobody say nothing. Nobody do anything until they see the Ark of the Covenant. When you see the Ark, then you move. That's why you got to come on Tuesday nights, because I preach this message called Follow the Ark. What are you following? At the end of the day, if you're not following the presence of God, you'll never make it to the promise. I don't care what you do. But he says, follow the Ark. And so they come in, and they get to the Jordan. Paraphrase, they step in the Jordan. Boom. Soon as the presence of God hits the...
Come on.
Soon as the presence of God hit the Jordan River, the river responded.
Come on.
I know that y'all just see it as, oh, he did a miracle. No. He commanded the water to stop as soon as his presence hit. So as soon as he said, all you got to do is put your feet in the water. He did not tell them to cross over. He said, as soon as you step. He said, as soon as you stop. Oh, man, and I just want to tell somebody this morning that God is trying to see. I know that you see a river. I know you see some obstacles, but I'm just asking you to, as soon as you step, it's going to respond. And so they responded immediately to the presence of God. So they go, and the presence of God come, and they all creep over like, yay, we made it. We here, we did it. Look at God. Ain't he good? Girl, he good. Won't he do it? Won't he will? Keep me up. Let's shout. Let's dance. Let's buck. High five your neighbor. Touch 3 people. Turn around, spit, jump, and speak in tongues. He did it. And in the middle of them celebrating, God whispers to Joshua. He says, I don't want to interrupt their celebration, but this is what I need you to do. I need you to tell them, I did bring them over. I did bring them out. But before they get to the promise, they got to cut themselves. And I can imagine Joshua being like, what? Well, what do you mean? And he says, yeah, because their ancestors had covenant. They don't. See, you can't always live off of grandmama prayers. You can't always live off of mama and them faith. There comes a time where God is saying it was cool while it lasted, but if we're gonna be doing business together, if we're gonna be doing life together, we gotta cut covenant. And so what he says is, they were circumcised, but they not. And so before we can go any further, man, tell them that they all gotta cut themselves. Come on. And can you imagine in the middle of a celebration, in the middle of a victory, in the middle of overcoming, in the middle of it just got good, in the middle of, oh man, and in the middle he says, cut. Because there are some extra things in your life. I don't have time to deal with it. We got kids in the building. He said there are some extra things in your life that in order to go through the birthing process you don't need.
Yes, that's right.
I don't want to touch it. I can't deal with it. Y'all feel me? Y'all see where I'm going? He said there's some things in order to have this birthing process go down. we don't want the extra stuff. So what I want you to do is cut all the excess off of your life.
Come on.
He says, because all of y'all are together, all y'all got to cut.
Wow.
Can you imagine being in line with your homeboy, your homegirl, and you go first, because maybe if you do it, then you get, depending on how hard you scream, then I'll know. Then I'll be able to tell them it ain't that bad. He went like 12 people in front of us. He said it really wasn't that bad. But can you imagine being like 30 or 40 people down the line and you hear somebody bust out screaming? I don't know about y'all, but I don't run to trouble. I don't run to hurt. I don't run to pain. And so as soon as I see people going through the same thing that I got to go through and they screaming from it, I get scared to deal with it. Can I say it again? As soon as I see somebody going through something that I know I'm about to have to go through and I hear them screaming, I don't want to deal with it. So they go and he says, tell them all they got to sacrifice. They got to circumcise themselves. Understand first off that God cuts when it's time for covenant. Oftentimes we try to bring in too much extra stuff into the promised place. When you are in the wilderness, there are things that have to fall off. There are old friends and old mindsets and old habits and old things that have connected themselves to you that must die when you come out the wilderness. Good God Almighty. See, here's the problem about the wilderness experience, and I'm almost done, is that in the wilderness, you're attached to people who like to go through wilderness, and then you're attached to people who grow through wilderness. So it's all connected to who you connect with. If you just attach to somebody going through, you don't know